Now, I'm one that believes that passion is not something that you could really drive up, or it's either in you or it's not in you. You need to come up with that passion yourself. So how would you suggest somebody to ignite that passion?
Excellent question. So you might have passion for certain things and not passion for other things. If I'll take myself, I don't have passion for cooking. I don't like cooking. I usually end up the one washing the dishes. And for me, it's a great proof that cooking is problematic because I'm the one washing the dishes. But I have passions for speaking. I have passions for writing. So I think, and this is especially with Gen Z today, we tell them, look, first find where your passion is and then try to find your place within that passion. So you're absolutely right that I cannot create passion for someone that does not have it. But I will tell you, I find a lot of employees who, through cynicism, drove down their passion. So they shut it down. And that's part of the things that I'm talking in my new book, in Dare to Author, is how to let that cynicism out of the system because it actually kills the passion and therefore kills the enjoyment of what we do. And there are other reasons why, we kind of like not authoring the story of our life. But I would say that reigniting passion that was put down by cynicism is something that you can do. Otherwise, if you don't have passion for something, yes, so find where your passion is and be there.
And the other thing you mentioned was about this employee who goes and takes the tire off of another car and puts it onto hers, and that's not commonly done. You've given the power to the employees to act and think on their own for the good of the company. However, there are some people out there who are employees who goes, it's not in the rules, or it's against the rules, or it's stated here that I shouldn't do certain things, but I really want to do this to help the company, and they're conflicted as to I might get in trouble, I might not get in trouble. It's probably more safer if I don't do it. So for their employers, like the managers and all that kind of stuff, how would you encourage them to help their employees take
You're
action?
raising you're raising you're raising an important point. Again, in Dare to Author, we talk about two positions: victimhood and victory. Are you the hero of your story? Or are you the victim of your story? For an employee to say it's not in the rules, therefore I'm not going to do it, that's an employee who's playing victim and is hiding behind the rules. And that's where we need to go and see what the culture of the organization is, and is the culture allowing this to happen or not? Because the story I gave you can never ever be in a process. We will never have enough processes documented in order to say, if a customer shows up on a snowy day when you don't have the tire and then do this. No, 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 no. Organization consists of two things: processes and stories. Story starts when processes are over. Processes can only take you up to a certain point. And then beyond that, that's where you're absolutely right. The question is, would employees hide behind the process, or would they rise up to create the next story? And to create that cultural environment, we need to allow for a variety of things to happen. So in the case of Mercedes, if I go back, we videotape those stories and we share them publicly with all the other dealerships. So by doing that, we created documentation that this type of performance is acceptable, and therefore we created a safety net for the employees who will come and try it next time. So that is one method. In other methods, we look at what is the empowerment that's available to them. Let's say I saw somebody upset. Am I allowed to buy a bouquet of flowers and send them and say, I hope your day will be better? That's a simple question that I ask managers. If your employees are not authorized to buy a $20 bouquet of flowers or $20 box of chocolate and send to an upset customer, then why they're here? If you're not trusting them on $20, what are they doing here? So these are the kind of things that when we do the actual consulting, we'll do an analysis that looks at empowerment, at rules, at leadership activities. I'll give you a very simple one. We found out that the two main drivers for employee retention and impact is: one, I understand the impact that I make on customers, and two, I have the tools and authority to execute my role. And I challenge managers and I say, impact. How much time do you dedicate in staff meetings to talk about the impact that we make on customers? And the answer is none. And yet, this is one of the top two drivers. So if you want them not to just stick to processes, inspire them with the impact and remind them that we are here for the people, not for the processes. When you see employees who are defaulting to processes, who are hiding behind processes, who are victims to processes, these are employees that are a product of a company that is defining itself as a set of processes, not a set of people.
How is success like a turtleneck?
Steve Jobs.
Nicely done. Nice, quick, and simple.